So the 7 basic procedures for sculpting. First thing, of course, is you're gonna section the mannequin or your client. The most common one that most people do is gonna be 4 sections, which is gonna go front to back and then ear to ear. Okay, so from there you have your 4 sections. The next thing that you want to do is position the head. With positioning the head, you can either have it how it is now, which is straight. You can tilt them forward, which forward is going to be what they call your under bevel, so that can be like your bob styles. You'll lean them forward, and then you also have tilted, where you can tilt them to the left or to the right. Then after that, you will decide what type of partings you want to do. So the different partings that you can go for is your basic, which is just going to be a straight horizontal. So just a straight horizontal parting. Or you have your basic vertical, which is going to be just another straight line up and down. Then you also have your diagonal back, which is going to go there. So you would have your diagonal back parting, and then you also have diagonal forward, which will be like this. Then you also have concave, where that's going to give like a curvature to it. So concave is going to be more like this, to where you'll have a dip in your parting. And then you have convex, which is going to be more like a U shape. It'll still be curved. And you'll have convex. Okay, so after you do your partings, then you have to think about distribution. So there's natural distribution, which is just the natural fall of the hair. So this one, it just falls straight down. You have perpendicular, which is where the hair is gonna go from the base parting. It's gonna go like at a 90 degrees. So an example would be you leave it there, but you pull it to the side, to the right or left, either one. And then there's also shifted distribution, where you can do something like this and pull the hair down, and you have shifted distribution. So it's still the base parting, but the bottom is shifted, so it'll make the cut different there. So once you look at your distribution, then you also have to think about your projection. So for projection, it's gonna be how high or low you hold the hair. So there's a 0 degree, which is just gonna be straight down. Then you have your 45, which is not quite at a 0, but it's not at a full 90. You're right in the middle, so where you have a slight angle at the hair. So you have 45, and then there's going to be 90, which is going to be just straight out at a 90 degree angle from there. Those would be your projections. And then from there, you're going to think about the position you're going to have with your shears. So there is parallel, where your fingers are going to be the exact same position of your hair and your shears. So this will be your parallel. And then you have non-parallel, to where maybe you want to cut at an angle. So your hands are going to be at an angle according to the hair and your shears. So you'll be like that, at an angle instead of straight. And then lastly, the thing that you'll start to do is finally do your sculpt. So that's when you'll go and start to sculpt your design line, which means you'll take your hair where you're starting at. And your design line, you're either gonna have a stationary or a mobile. So for stationary, let's say you're starting here, you just wanna go at a 90, you'll go, you'll snip, and that's gonna be your design line. If it's stationary, you're always gonna pull the hair down to your design line, which is gonna be here. So your next section is gonna come down and blend in and meet your design line where you're at, and you'll cut that way. If you have a mobile design line, then that means when you pull your next section down, you're now going to drop your first section, and you'll have your second and third section, and that's where you're going to be cutting at from there. And you'll go and you'll snip and do your guideline that way. So that is it. Those are the 7 steps of sculpting.